When teaching English as a foreign language, you have to be very creative in ways to keep the interest of your students. Since the best way to learn a second or foreign language is total immersion, even if you do know the native language of the country where you are teaching, you will still want to minimize its use. So what is left are different tools to teach conversation, vocabulary, English grammar and concepts. Using music and songs is one of the tools you can use to teach English to your class, regardless of the age of the learner. Music is a tie that binds all culture and languages and therefore an excellent way to make learning English fun. One of the many advantages of teaching English as a foreign language is precisely the fact that we do not always need to follow a textbook. There is an enormous amount of resources at hand from almost any kind of source. For example, we can extract readings from magazines or newspapers to teach vocabulary, grammar, punctuation, language styles, common expressions, reading strategies, and so on. Another example of this is the use of songs in the classroom. Songs are everywhere and any person likes listening to music. Obviously, the selection of the song must be carefully thought for your class goal. In this video, I would like to show some of the tips recommended when using songs in our classes. I have chosen the song I'm Yours, sung by Jason Mraz. I decided to work with this one because it is catchy, yet it's soft, relaxing, and easy to understand for those students who aren't very keen on listening. Additionally, the words are not so complicated, but it could be useful for students from elementary to pre-intermediate level. Besides, I just like it. Alright, when preparing the song activity, you can always find worksheets published on the internet, but they may not always be made for your class objective. So it could be a good idea to prepare your own worksheet if you have time for it. Now let's take a look at this worksheet. It shows the lyrics with all the activities of this beautiful song. The activities that are prepared for this worksheet are the following. Before listening to the song, we can focus students' attention to it. You can do anything that will get the students thinking about the subject of the song. For example, have them think about the title of the song, in groups or in pairs. Hand out a different image to each group for them to talk about their opinion on the phrase, I'm yours. Then they will share their ideas with the whole group. I like using the song after teaching pronouns and possessive adjectives, so the second task I'm showing you has a grammar focus. You can ask your students to read this part of the song and choose the pronoun or adjective they consider is the best option. Then they will listen to the song and check the correct answers. The following tasks are intended to work on the strategy of listening for details. In this case, we have two. Order the lines to make a stanza as they listen to it, or you can also make a variation. First they read or order the lines, and one after it is gapped to complete with the words that are missing. Then they listen and check. Vocabulary is also a very important aspect of working with songs in the English classroom. Therefore, the following task is about vocabulary. There are many ways to approach the vocabulary in songs, but this one is done by reading the synonyms or definitions given in brackets for students to guess the words previously, and later they can check if they were right. Another tip is changing the song. Once again, there are several variations for this type of task, as grammar is a necessary but not the most important focus of song activities. In the next task, the song is changed to work on parts of a speech. Students will read to find the extra words in the sentences to be checked after they listen to the song. Finally, write it. In this activity, you can have students write a letter to the main character or the singer, send an answer to a person referred to in the song, Rewrite the song as a story. Write a story which began from the story in the song and led to it. Or write a story which will continue after the song. Here you can see an example of one product of this final activity. Alright, now you can use your imagination and your time to prepare this worksheet or many other to come, or just use one that you can find on the internet. Always remember, the most important thing in this is to use the music, something that everybody likes it, and have fun with it. Remember that having fun is part of playing songs to your class. Hence, try a karaoke activity with this song or lip sync it. Just have the students sing it as a choir.